I've been meditating for over 1,000 days now, and in this video, I'm going to share with you 16 insights that will help you use meditation to fast track your self-improvement journey. The first insight is that meditation is the highest ROI activity available. ROI means return on investment. So that means out of every habit you can do in self-improvement, out of the gym, out of like going on walks, out of like building a schedule, out of all of these things, meditation gives you the most benefits for your investment. Because meditation, right? You only meditate for maybe 5 to 10, 15 minutes a day. This very small, very short amount of time gives you massive mental health benefits, massive focus benefits, huge discipline benefits. So what I always say is that if you're going to do one habit, right, out of everything you can do, just do meditation, because meditation, for the time you put into it, gives you the most, and it's not even close. The next thing I want to talk about is how these massive benefits are unseen. Now, this is the reason why a lot of people don't get into meditation. They think there's not that many benefits. They think it's wishy-washy. They think it's gay. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do that kung fu karate shit, right? They think it's like this wishy-washy type concept. But that's because they don't see the benefits, and you can't blame them because a lot of these benefits are unseen, right? If I am in a better mood all of a sudden, or if my mental health is better, if I score better on tests, it's really hard to associate that back with meditation, even though it is because of meditation. Because of meditation, you focus better, or because of meditation, you're less stressed all the time. I just want to let you know, like, disclaimer, right? There are lots of benefits of meditation, and you're not going to feel them originally, or if you do feel them, you're not going to associate them with meditation. But just trust me, they are there. There are massive benefits, and it's only when you stop meditating that you realize this. The next thing I want to talk about is how meditation welcomes distraction. And you might be thinking, like, what the fuck? Like, that can't be true. Like, meditation is like, you're supposed to like eliminate all distractions, right? Thing is, meditation, and specifically mindfulness meditation, which is the one we're talking about, the way it works is you focus on something and then you get distracted. But once you get distracted, you acknowledge this and then you return your attention back to whatever you were focusing on. So in this way, you can sort of train your brain and train your focus to recognize distractions and to be more peaceful and mindful in the present moment. But the only way you can do this is through distractions. So this means that when you're meditating and like there's like loud noises or something, like that's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing that you can't concentrate. You're supposed to not be able to concentrate, right? You're supposed to break focus, but then bring it back. So this action of bringing it back, not maintaining the focus, bringing it back, is what gives you all these like mental health gains. Next thing is meditation literally rewires your brain. So meditation will make your prefrontal cortex, that's the part associated with self-control, with discipline, with willpower, sort of like that. It'll make that part of your brain bigger, and it'll shrink the amygdala. Now the amygdala is the animalistic like part of your brain, and it's what makes you like follow your desires. So if you feel hungry, you'll eat. If you feel stressed out, you'll go like scroll on your phone. So meditation literally changes your brain's physiology to better yourself. The next thing is meditation comes in many forms. So a lot of people think meditation is just you sit down, you close your eyes, you hold your hands like this or something on your lap, you close your eyes, you like hum fucking inner peace, some like on some Oogway Kung Fu Panda shit, right? But that's not what meditation is. You can do meditation lying down. You can do meditation with your eyes open. You can meditate basically any way you want to, as long as there's a few things, right? There's something you're focusing on, and there's distractions. These distractions can either be like physical, right? Or it can, more commonly, it can be in your head. So I'll give you my example. Like when I'm in school and I need to focus on the teacher, I count that as meditation because I'm focusing on the teacher. And if there's any thoughts in my brain that pop up and stop this focus, I'll just be like, oh yeah, I was thinking, let's go back to what my teacher's saying. So this is also like an act of meditation. And to the benefits, meditation will increase your focus, your willpower, and your discipline. Now I already mentioned it grows your prefrontal cortex, right? That's the part associated with self-control, discipline, yada yada yada. It's like the good part of your brain. It's like your rational part of your brain. It's the part that you want bigger. It also shrinks your amygdala, which makes you give in to your desires less easily. So in this way, it can improve your discipline, and your willpower. And obviously, meditation is literally training your focus, right? You're focusing on something. When a distraction comes up, you acknowledge the distraction and you bring your focus back. So obviously, your focus can get trained too. So these three things will get trained greatly. The way I see it is that doing meditation is basically like hitting a workout for your brain. I wasn't the one to coin this. It was a Hamza, but Meditation is like the same thing as doing like a workout or a set for your brain. And every single time you bring your focus back, that's like one rep or one set for, your brain gains. And the next thing I want to say is that meditation is the best habit for your mental health. So if you're in the shits right now, you're like in the fucking gutter, the one habit, if someone asks you like, what's the one habit you would recommend for someone in the shits or in the gutter, is meditation. Gratitude journaling is nice. Obviously going on walks is nice, but meditation is really like takes the cake when it comes to the mental health gains. It'll really just make you feel a lot better about yourself, a lot calmer. You'll be a lot stressed. All these things will just like compound and pile up to give you an exceedingly better mental health. The next thing I want to talk about is that consistency is key. You need to be consistent, and you need to keep up a consistent meditation habit every single day. Now, it's okay if you miss a day, right? It's okay, like we all do. I still miss fucking days. It's okay if we all miss a day, or, something happens. We only meditate for a minute or 3 minutes. It's not that long. But the important part is the following day, we have to get right back to where we were and maintain that progress, because this is how streaks work, right? If you don't hop right back on the streak, you're going to keep procrastinating. You're going to be like, oh, I already failed it, or, I already messed up. I might as well like fuck around today as well. It's important that you keep the streak, because just how bad habits compound in your life to like make your life worse. Good habits like meditation, if you keep them consistent, will compound to make it better. Next thing is you want to stack meditation with other habits. So what I mean by this is you want to stack meditation with other habits in your routines and your day-to-day that are already grounded. So let's say like you brush your teeth, you shower, right? Every single day you shower at the same time where you brush your teeth. I want you to connect meditation to that. So every single day after you shower, you'll meditate as well. And this helps a lot because showering is like already grounded in your day. It's something you do every day, maybe at the same time, I don't know, right? But it's definitely something you do every day. If you connect meditation to this, since you shower every day, you'll end up by proxy meditating every day, and it'll be a lot easier to maintain a consistent habit. The next thing is I want you to do longer sessions occasionally. So usually a meditation session, everyone aims for 10 minutes. Now 10 minutes is good. It'll give you lots of gains, right? Especially if you're not used to 10 minutes. Like, I know when I just started, I could only do like a minute, but then I built up to 10 minutes. And now I can do 10 minutes pretty easily. But once you get used to 10 minutes, you still want to challenge yourself and strain yourself, right? Because just like in the gym, if you're stuck using the same weight every single day, like you might maintain, but you're never going to get bigger or stronger. So every now and then, I recommend doing like 20 minutes or 30 minutes, still pushing your meditation limits. And it doesn't have to be every day. It could be like once a week, once every 2 weeks. But just make sure that every now and then you are still pushing your capabilities so you can see these like mental health and focus, discipline, brain gains. Next insight is to use trackers and systems. So using things like habit trackers are awesome. They'll help you keep up they'll help you keep up a consistent habit. You probably already know this, habit trackers and shit. The next thing is to use like systems, right? Like what I said earlier, implement it with other habits. You could build a whole routine around meditation. You could add like timers or something, schedule it. Just use all the things you know. Obviously, I talked about many of them in my other videos. But just use these things, apply them to meditation so that you can build up a more consistent meditation habit. Along that line, I want you to not fake your meditation. What I mean by this is I used to like meditate with a streak, right? And the streak would help me keep going. But the thing is, some days I would find myself just meditating for the streak. So I had a bad day, I'd want to go home, and I'd like lie in my bed or something, about to start the meditation session, and I just set it for like 1 minute, 30 seconds, right? I wouldn't even some days I wouldn't even set a timer. I'd just be like, okay, I'll just lay here for 10 seconds, I'll meditate. And obviously I didn't actually meditate. I just sat there and just race my thoughts. I'd have thoughts, but I wouldn't like acknowledge them and shit. So that's what I mean by faking the streak. This is like a byproduct of what happens when you use trackers, right? So trackers and systems and these like habit things are nice, but you want to make sure you're not just meditating for like the score you get on app. You're actually meditating for, yourself and the benefits that it will provide to you. The next insight is that guided meditation is very helpful. A lot of people might have like an ego or something. They think, oh, I don't want to do guided meditation. I'll just meditate on my own. But guided meditation is super helpful. Matter of fact, I started with guided meditation, and honestly, I still do guided meditation to this day because I think it's fucking wonderful. Now, the app I specifically recommend is one called Medito. Okay, Medito. I'll have it linked in the description. It's part of this video's actionable step as well. But Medito is fucking awesome. It's all about mindfulness meditation. It'll teach you the benefits. It'll teach you about everything you need to know. They have multiple courses, like tons of courses for anyone, like for if you're like in work or if you're a high school student, specifically designed for you. So if you're going to do any guided meditation, I would recommend install Medito right away and just like hammer out courses on there. They got an intro course as well for you to get started. So Medito is really, really awesome. It's non-profit, it's free, it's amazing. It's got that habit tracker and the consistency score built in. So it's really just like amazing all-in-one meditation app. The next insight is to build triggers. So you want to build things that will trigger get you in the meditative state. Now, how you do this is you do things always right before you meditate or right after you meditate. Generally right before. So this can be things like lighting a candle right before you meditate, and then every time you light the candle, you're going to be in more of like this like calmer state. It's going to be easier to maintain the habit. You could always use like a specific pillow or like a specific chair, a specific seat, a specific room if you want to like meditate in music or anything, that too. All of these things, if you just do them and make sure they're consistent before you meditate, will build up a trigger. So when you like just do these things, it'll be easier for you to meditate. You'll be more like relaxed and you'll get like more gains from it. And finally, the last thing is to just commit to starting. So when you're in a meditation session, right, you started like a timer, you started the guided meditation, and it lasts like 10 minutes, it's really easy to keep going because you just started, right? You close your eyes, you've already been meditating for like 10 seconds, 20 seconds. You're not just going to stop, you're not going to pussy out in the middle of this. But the thing is, it's kind of hard to get started. Sometimes it's hard to just like click the button, right? But I want you to reframe your mindset. So when you meditate, you're not going to be, don't think about meditating for 10 minutes. Don't think about meditating for 5 minutes, 15 minutes. Don't think, oh, I have to do this. Literally, the only thing you need to think about is 2 things, right? 3 things. I don't know how many things, but go to whatever device you're meditating on, probably your phone. Go to your timer or, your Medito app, and then select 10 minutes and just click play. Like, that's what you need to think about. Because once you've done those things, the rest comes easy. Like, following through with it comes really easy, right? So, and it becomes a little less intimidating to actually start. So this video is Actionable Step. In the description below, I'll have linked the Medito Google link. It should work for computers. I'm pretty sure it should work for your phone as well, whatever you're watching this on, right? What I want you to do, I want you to click that link, go to Medito, go to the beginner Medito course. Okay, so not the first one, because the first one's like an explanation. You're not actually doing anything. I want you to go to the beginner Medito course and click on your first session and then just follow along with that guided meditation. He'll kind of explain, so the guy, his name is Will, he'll kind of explain how to meditate. You'll get into the feels a little bit, and then this is just good practice. And this is very important. Make sure you do the actual steps, because if you don't do the actual steps in the video, you're kind of productive procrastinating. You're just going to watch the video and move on with your life. So 5 to 10 minutes of meditation every single day will drastically change your life. Remember, highest ROI habit there is. But it's only if you let it, right? And it's only if you do things that will make sure you pursue a consistent meditation habit every single day. With that being said, that's the end of the video. I want to say thank you for watching. If you have any questions or concerns, please leave them in the comments below. Just quick disclaimer, I know this is like a new background, so I haven't done any videos outside, but I thought like, hey, it's meditation, it's like mental health. This is like fitting for a more outside video. The backdrop, okay, I didn't spend a lot of time finding the perfect backdrop. I just like found the first one that works. This one seemed decent, so I used it. Yeah, but if you want more videos like this, you want more videos that are maybe outside, your views and your likes, your comments, your subscribers, your subscriptions, whatever, that's like your vote of confidence, right? If you want to see more videos like this, just let me know. Obviously, I will make more like this if this video pops off hella. With that being said, like again, I really appreciate you watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.